for the 2015 African Under-20 Championship semi-finals, and we have Ghana up against Nigeria, the two favourites that we thought that might be in the final that took place. Nigeria. That basically means that it's Ghana up against Nigeria, because Nigeria finished in second spot just behind Mali. Now that just sets it all up for a very interesting showdown. Most of the pundits and the close followers of African football would have expected this to be the final, but it's not the case. But in any case, it's a very interesting and tantalising showdown between two of the top nations in this under-20 competition. Here we are, the two teams coming out, Nigeria and Ghana, ready to lock horns for bragging rights and a place in the final. The first semi-final of the CAF Under-20 Championship here in Senegal, and we'll play host to what should be a very interesting showdown between the continent's top two teams. Flying Eagles of Nigeria did emerge as the overwhelming favourites for this tournament, but it's the biggest threat that they have now against the Black Satellites. A lot of cohesion within the Nigerian team, and a lot of experience, of course, as I mentioned, from the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Lock horns for this clash on a warm afternoon, and there we have the Nigerian side. So Awonye, Wasiu, Usman, Ifeanyi, and for this Ghanaian side, Sayin goal. With that, we'll start this one along with Tete, of course, Kassim on the left, Ato Bra on the right, Abuagi, another quality player. And here we have the match commissioner is from Somalia, Abdigani Arab. To get down to business now then on this warm afternoon, 24 degrees. And there is a bit of wind here in Dakar. We've seen a little bit of wind in Senegal over the past. He also played for the Hearts of Oak. The Black Stars all the way to the final of the Africa Cup of Nations before they went down in penalties against the Ivory. Lots of quality as we see Kassim just getting caught by a couple of the Nigerian players there. Excellent play from Kassim once again, slipping the ball down the left-hand side where he picks up Tete. Tete gets his crossover, but there's no one at the far post, and has been collected by his teammate. Bright start here for the Black Satellites. Spotlight FC Katsina. So a good free kick position here for Ghana. And Enaholo, there's a Nigerian player on his feet. On his backside, more like. It was Abdullahi. And the referee wants none of that. Ato Bra just clashing with him. Here's the free kick, delivered over by Bempa. Bempa's free kick finds a Nigerian defender, Ifeanyi. And that's a smart play. And that's not good enough. Great challenge there. Just he was just bundled off the ball there by Tete. And a free kick for Ghana once again. Chipped over the top, that's cheeky. Oh, the goalkeeper comes out. And that was a firm challenge on the goalkeeper, I must admit, Enaholo. And Yoyoboa goes down. Quick thinking, but he got knocked over quite convincingly there by the Nigerian goalkeeper. Abraham Grant, well, he's of course, the coach of the senior side in Ghana, but he also got rigged into work with the under-20s, so he's offering his experience and expertise to try and help the young satellites, the black satellites, go through. And they've already made it through to the semi-finals, so I'm sure that some of his magic's rubbed off onto the coach, George Kwanzaa, as they move forward, and that's going to be a free kick for Ghana once again. Yoyoboa, the Manchester City player, showing great skill to cut inside, just finds himself clipped by one of the Nigerian defenders, and over he goes. Free kick for Ghana, putting a little bit more pressure on this Nigerian side. Abuagi's there, Yoyoboa, and I think Yoboa is going to do something with this. He's going to go for the shot, test Inaholo. Bit of wind blowing from left to right. Can take advantage of that. Yoboa with the free kick. Oh, it's punched over the crossbar by Inaholo. But a good effort indeed. And that was worth a go, wasn't it? Nicely struck. That's quite risque, just punching the ball away like that. Couldn't use both hands, but the following corner comes in. Good header, but it's kicked away very comfortably by the centre-back, Zahareddine. But Ghana just laying on the pressure at the moment in the first 11 minutes of play. Let's have a look at the replay. Oh, very acrobatic, I must admit, from Inaholo. Joshua. And that's going back to him as well. It's the Nigerian boss, Manu Garba. Penalty area, high over the top. Testing, well, he managed to link up with that, didn't he, Tete? And the big man up front, giving out a few orders as well. And the goal kick following that header from Inaholo. Nigeria pushing forward. That's a great ball. It's a good chance for Nigeria. Can they get their shot in on goal? Unfortunately, that Tete, but he couldn't manage to keep it in. Nigeria in possession with Mustafa. Abdullahi. There he is again. Then the 1-2, finding a bit of space. And on that occasion, his through ball into... And he was being harassed by two players there, but he still managed to get his shot in. And I like that. It was Kofi Yoboa there with the opportunity. Ifiani just making full use of his captain there, Musa. Be taken once again by Mohamed Musa. And the corner comes in. Oh, it's a good header. Oh, it's gone in. It came off the post, hit the goalkeeper side and went in. He was just caught out completely. He's got a bit of a smile on his face thinking, how on earth did that manage to find the back of the net? What a great angled header. right from the penalty area. Look at that, that was just sterling stuff. And the goal was very difficult, the header was very difficult. See that again. Excellent effort there, and the goal was given to Nwabudu. And Nigeria have taken the lead. The Flying Eagles are ahead. 23rd minute header with a bit of luck, help from the goalkeeper. A good opportunity for Ghana to reply. Atobra is standing on the ball. Sorry, it's Abuagi. Atobra's in the penalty area. There's a good, oh, it's not bad at all. The shot wasn't great though, unfortunately. And you just saw the Yeboah. Good protective play that was, and that's, oh, I thought it should have gone the other way, in fact. I thought that he did well to protect the ball. Didn't move, really. Atobra. Fianyi with a solid header there, but he went in with his arms up. Challenge slightly too strong. Ido Elijah with a yellow card. That's a good pass indeed. Well cut out, very solid defending there from Omigo. Good skills once again from Matthew Ifianyi. The Ghanaian fans based Yeboah and Tete. And that's going to be a throw-in into the final 5 minutes of the first half. The Flying Eagles with a 1-0 advantage, with that header scored by Nwabudu. Bags of time left for an equals. Let's be optimistic here. Let's hope that the goal scoring sluice gates get flung wide open. That would be beautiful. Another attack, but that's not going anywhere but the goalkeeper's feet, Enaholo. And the 18-year-old looking quite sheepish there. Hasn't been as present as probably his coach Manu Garba would have liked. In the 23rd minute, Ghana's free kick corner coming in, headed away. Chances, they have had chances, and it's been by no means a walkover today. Ghana have showed plenty of grit, and for Ghana to find the back of the net. But it's going to be a consolation, I'm afraid, if it does go in. Oh, they're not even going to get the chance to take it. 2-1, 2-0 the final score. Nigeria are into the final of this 19th edition of the Orange African Under-20 Championship here in Senegal, and the fans are enjoying the celebrations following the victory. And Enaholo, one happy goalkeeper, and I'm sure that Manu Garba, the coach of this Nigerian side, will be very happy. Nice scenes there with Yeboah, with the captain, Mohamed Musa. The disappointment for Ghana, and you know, we have to look back at the final of the Africa Cup of Nations, where they lost in the final against the Ivory Coast. an extra slice of disappointment, I'm afraid, for the Black Satellites, this under-20 team. But they're still going to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, and they can go ahead and win that competition. That would be a great accomplishment, a great feat for them. But today, it's been about Nigeria, and these boys here. 2 goals scored either side of the break. Obina Nwabodo with a header in the 23rd minute from a set piece, and then a penalty scored by Mohamed Musa after he was brought down by Asma just on the just inside the penalty area in the 70th minute. Great strike there to polish off a solid performance for the Flying Eagles. 2-0 the final score here at the Léopold Sédar Senghor Stadium in Dakar, Senegal, and Nigeria are through to the final. Who will they play? Well, they will play the winner out of the hosts, Senegal, and Mali, who are unbeaten in this competition so far. And that match will again take place at the same time as the first semi-final today, which means 6 p.m. local time. And so don't miss that. That's going to be a cracker of a game as well. Mali, Senegal. And then the final will take place on Sunday night after the third place playoff. So Ghana have another match to play. They'll play the loser out of Senegal and Mali. But today it's all about the Flying Eagles, who have most definitely managed to get out of their nest. And they're looking very good, trying to emulate the senior side who won the Africa Cup of Nations in 2012. Nigeria 2. Ghana 0, Nigeria into the final. Hope you've enjoyed this afternoon's dose of under-20 football coming from the under-20 championship. It's been exhilarating, exciting. The two of the best teams in the African continent coming up against each other. But today it's about Nigeria who go through. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye. Anthems, of course, beforehand, starting with the Nigerian national anthem. Plenty of Senegalese fans have packed out this stadium, of course, ready to try and help their youngsters go through and win this competition. Second time that Senegal has hosted a continental competition after the 1992 Africa Cup of Nations, which was won by the Ivory Coast. They are back in business, and they didn't manage to produce the goods back then, but now they are very much in the driving seat. But they come up against the favourites Nigeria for this final, and what a final it should be. Senegal have 12 players out there today, while Nigeria Flying Eagles will be highly represented by the Nigerian fans, and we have the president of the Africa Confederation, Mr. Issa Hayatou of Cameroon, who's present for this final.
Satisfait confiance qui a été pour organiser la 19e édition du championnat U20 2015.
Well, it's just the organisers who have put together this 19th edition of the Orange African Under-20 Championship. And they're offering their homage to the CAF president, Issa Hayatou, for playing his part in allowing the nation to organise this wonderful competition. And there's the little token, the little gesture. It goes a long way, of course. And Mr. President Issa Hayatou looking very charmed there by the gestures that have been made. It's a massive game for Senegal, it's a massive game for Nigeria, and it pits together two teams who have had conflicting journeys to get here, as I mentioned, but Nigeria will most definitely be the favourites out here today. Well, we have the Minister of Sport of Senegal also present here tonight, along with other dignitaries from the nation
Le comité local
that's
d'organisation,
organised
en
this
reconnaissance des efforts constants
competition
et multiformes
here in Dakar and in
consent
Bourg.
le gouvernement de la République du Sénégal pour le développement du sport général et du football en particulier décerne un gage de satisfaction à son Excellence, Monsieur Macky Sall, président de la République du Sénégal. Cette distinction sera remise par Monsieur le Président de la Fédération sénégalaise de football, Maître Augustin Senghor, à Monsieur le Premier ministre.
There you go, there's the Prime Minister of Senegal as well, who will be given, and the organisers of this competition, who have made this all possible, of course, which has been a great success. Mr. Mohamed Dione, who was there to the left of the CAF president, Mr. Hayatou.
Du Premier ministre, Monsieur le ministre des Sports, Matarba, Monsieur l'ambassadeur du Nigeria, Monsieur le président de la commission d'organisation du championnat, Monsieur Seyi Akunui, pour les salutations aux deux équipes.
Well, that's it's a very nice moment indeed. A gift, of course, from the organisers and also from CAF, which is a normal and fitting normal and fitting gesture, of course, for such a high-profile competition. All these youngsters, this really means the world to all of them, and to the officials here tonight, representing from Botswana, South Africa, Algeria, Ivory Coast, Cameroon and Ghana. But it's a big match, this is, for Senegal. It really is. It's turned into something very important, and they'll be really itching to try and lift their first ever continental trophy at this level, the under-20s level, of course. Championship in the past, they're not qualified, so only 8 teams qualify for this competition, so it's very difficult. Here's the national anthem of Nigeria. A rousing reception to the Nigerian national anthem, and now the Senegalese national anthem before we get down to business. Well, it's a 60,000 capacity stadium, but I can tell you that we've probably got about 40,000 here tonight for this match, and it's an under-20 final, so you can just understand the importance that it has for the people of Senegal, for these youngsters who are battling Nigeria. Well, they've got Bernard Boulbois back to full fitness, could play from the start, and he is, of course, as you can see. And Taiwo Awoniyi also regained full fitness after some complaints before the Ghana game. And coach Manu Garba will be looking to playing his style. Just seen him score 11 goals so far in the tournament. For Senegal, well, they also have a full squad with Wadji, Malik Niang, Kone, Ndai, Sidi Sarr, scorer of goals, with these Flying Eagles of Nigeria. Musa Mohammed is the top scorer in the championship, the captain of this Nigerian side. 4 goals, all from penalties. So it's a question of revenge, but it's also a question of competition. 2-goal hero against Mali, Musa Kone, to do damage to the Flying Eagles today. And everything up for grab. 20 goals they've scored between them, Nigeria and Senegal. And after tonight's 3-1 win that saw Ghana beat Mali to finish third in the competition, we have 49 goals scored so far throughout, which is in 1992 when they lost 2-1 to Nigeria here in this same stadium. And first shot of the game coming from Senegal from the kickoff. And that was a goal. That was a game when Stephen Keshi, former Nigerian player and coach for the Super Eagles, managed to score a goal. Jules Bocand scoring the goal for Senegal, but they went down 2-1. And a first corner of the game for Senegal. Lots of movement in the penalty area. It's a good downward header, but it's a tame header under pressure from Sané and taken well by Inaholo. Good, strong clearance. A corner for Senegal. Good skills indeed from Silla. Taken quickly. Waiting for more movement. Akinjide. And the cross comes into the penalty area. Great skills, look at that! Oh my good gracious me! What an emphatic goal that was! Well, how to catch your goalkeeper out? That was an astonishing goal. Beautiful skills and beautiful finish. It doesn't get better than that. And Boulbois, who's just come back into the team, look at that, outside of the right boot. Well, that's got to be the goal of the competition, and it comes in the final. Look at the skills. That was just a delight to watch. Incredible. Look at that, he just took the sting off the pass, held it up beautifully, and what a fine finish. Boulbois Bernard, well, you can come back again. If we can see some more goals like that, well, we're in for an absolute treat team so far. Nigerian bench, Manu Garba. Watches on. Watch out for Boulbois. Oh, it's a poorly taken corner, and that was chested out for a goal kick, so Senegal have the pressure eased. Joseph Koto knows that they need to score goals tonight. And they don't want to experience the same scenario as that opening Group A game. Half an hour gone, we're a third into this final. This could go to extra time and penalties. Big finish, long range. He absolutely nailed his shot to beat the goalkeeper, Ibrahim Assi. And this final will be won or lost in the next 45 minutes when the two teams come back out onto the pitch here at the Leopold Sédar Senghor Stadium for the final 45 minutes. Senegal need to get an equaliser. Can Nigeria win a 7th title? Can Senegal win their first ever title? So many questions to ask, and all of those answers will come to you after a break when we come back for the second half here in Dakar. Extraordinary goal, an extraordinary game. Plenty of opportunities to come. Don't go away. The Orange African Championship, they stand 1-0 up, and who can blame them for enjoying the scenes and the celebrations here as it stands. 1 goal scored, and what a wonderful goal it was. That's the music that you can hear in the background. All Nigerians love to play music, and those guys have got their saxophones and they're just playing throughout the competition. It's beautiful, and we've had a very, very entertaining first 45 minutes. We had scoring opportunities from both sides, but it was that goal from Boulbois Bernard in the first 20 minutes that enabled the Flying Eagles to take the lead. They're the 6-time champions, of course, and they'll be looking for a 7th title. Senegal looking for their first ever title, and the country will be staging the CAF Orange Under-23 Championships at the end of the year in December, of course. So it's a great year.